Hello everyone, I'm Ray and you are watching The Buzz. On today's show, we have teen music and internet sensation Johnny Orlando. Frankie stops by to talk about her new single, Almost Famous, and give us a live performance. And then we have Emily Tosta to talk about Season 3 of Mayans MC. And finally, director Tim Hill to talk about his #1 movie in the country, The War with Grandpa. We have a full show, so let's get this party started.
Hi, I'm Johnny Orlando, and let's get buzzed.
Starting off the show, we have Emily Tosta, who got the news this past April that her show, Party of Five, will not be renewed by Freeform. But that's okay, because her current show, Mayans MC, will be starting production soon for Season 3. Jazz talks to Emily about the importance of having Latin culture represented on TV, Emily's recent medical scare, and what we can expect for Mayans MC Season 3. Let's take a look.
Can you give me a ride home so I don't have to listen to this crazy bitch?
Yeah. Give your little girl a ride home. Getting some daddy-daughter time.
What the f is she talking about?
I'm your grandmother, kid. Do the bastard math.
Is that true?
Puta desgraciada!
Hey, stop! Stop!
Hello, Emily, how are you?
Hi, I'm so good. So happy to be here.
I am very happy that I finally have an interview with you, Emily.
I know, me too, finally, we made it happen.
Okay, I want you to tell me, first of all, about your health. We heard that you had some, health issues. You were in the hospital for about 2 weeks, and it was pretty dangerous. Tell me, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
I am feeling much, much better and healthier, thank God. So I would say that I'm honestly at a really good point with my health right now, but it wasn't like that. When I was in the hospital, I got diagnosed with an autoimmune disease in my stomach called ulcerative colitis. So yeah, that was really tough. It was definitely like a near-death experience, but I learned a lot, and I'm back to being healthy, and I'm ready to get back to work.
You're taking care of yourself, I hope.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's start with the Party of Five. That's beautiful character, Lucia Costa. You're a twin, and you're going through some struggles that most Latinos go through in this country. How was it for you to be in this character? How was it for you?
So it was such an honor and such a blessing to be able to portray the character of Lucia, not only because this is something that is a very timely topic right now. Sadly, there's a lot of families that are being separated, and there's a lot of kids that are being taken away from their parents. So it was a blessing to be able to tell such a strong and important story. And everybody in the cast, Nico, Brandon, Elle, they literally became like my siblings in real life. And the crew was absolutely incredible. Amy, the creator, became like another mother to me. So it was such a beautiful environment. And I feel really honored that we were able to step in their shoes and tell this story to the world.
This is great. And it was actually one of those TV series that touch everybody's hearts, especially with your character being a young woman, having to work so hard and having to go through so much.
Yeah.
But it is great. We have now another season of the Mayans coming up. How do you feel about that?
I'm super excited. We finally are getting back to work. We're going to start filming Season 3, and we have so many incredible things coming for Season 3. I just had a phone call with our creator, Elgin James, and we were just discussing the image that we have for the show for this season and for my character and the storylines. And I am so, so excited for people to watch. And yeah, we're getting back to work soon, and we have a lot of cool stuff coming up. So I'm really
Is there any hint you can give us about your character? How is it developing? Any new changes?
So there's not a lot that I can say without spoiling it, but just know that she is definitely growing up for sure.
So we went from a good girl, and now you're like a rebellious woman in the Mayans. And now tell me a little bit about this horror movie with Nicolas Cage, Willis Wonderland. How is that going? What happened to the movie?
Yeah, so we just shot the movie literally like right before the entire country shut down. So we finished filming right on time. We went to Atlanta to film the movie, and it was so much fun. It was honestly like nothing I've ever done before. And it was such an honor to be able to work with somebody like Nicolas Cage. I mean, an Oscar-winning actor. So it was great to be in an environment with him and in a work environment where I could learn so much from him and where I could observe the way that he does his work, obviously. And it was amazing. The movie's going to be super, super fun. It's basically us. We're escaping these like animatronic robots, and it gets a little scary at times. We have some humor in there. We have some comedy, some drama. So we have a little bit of everything. And I think it's just going to be a really fun experience for people to watch. So hopefully it can come out this year. But obviously with COVID, everything got so delayed in our industry. But if not this year, then hopefully early next year.
I am going to be, hopefully, if God allows it, in the premiere of that movie, and hopefully I can do an interview face to face. Finally, after 5 years, I haven't seen you.
No, I can't believe it's been so long since the last time we saw each other. That's so crazy.
I remember time just goes super fast. And I wanted to ask you, you have decided to share some of your live experiences on YouTube. You have your YouTube channel. How is that going, and why did you decide to go towards your own small series?
Yeah, so it's actually going really well. I recently just started, but I have about maybe like 4 videos up so far, but I'm already at like almost 80,000 subscribers, which is awesome because that means that people are liking it. So hopefully that continues to grow, and it's been really fun. I think that I was trying to find an outlet in which I could express myself and showcase a little more of my personality and my passions and the things that I love and the things that I do every day. So I was like, which platform can I use for that? And then I was like, YouTube. It's a perfect place to make longer content for my fans and for my supporters, and to sort of just give them like an inside look into my life. And it's been really fun, and I've gotten really great feedback, so I'm super happy.
I liked it. I was watching the episodes, and when you were explaining about your experience in the hospital and your daily routine, and I was like, this is a very cool way to be in touch and make your fans feel like they know you. They know the real Emily.
Of course.
So that's great.
I don't really get to do that often because obviously on TV you're watching me as this character, not as myself. On Instagram it's usually photos. Twitter it's usually just words. So that's why I really like YouTube, because I feel like you can actually showcase more of your personality, and just people can actually get to know you more.
I subscribe, so I'll keep seeing
Yay, thank you.
Okay, Emily, thank you so much for visiting us, and I hope I talk to you soon.
Of course, thank you so much. Hi, my name is Emily Tosta, and you've just been buzzed.
Mayans MC is streaming on FX, and you can catch the previous seasons on Hulu. Don't go away, because we have Johnny Orlando coming up next.
I was with my friends, we missed the last train.
17-year-old Toronto-based singer Johnny Orlando is a star on the rise, with an immensely dedicated fan base with over 6 million Instagram followers, over 300 million streams, and over 4 million YouTube subscribers. Johnny just dropped a new single called Everybody Wants You and is enjoying recent TikTok success with What If that he released with Mackenzie Ziegler almost 2 years ago. He's got a lot going on. Let's take a look.
What's up, guys? I'm Johnny Orlando. I'm a 17-year-old singer from Toronto, Canada, and I'm here today with The Buzz.
You and I both know they wanna take you home. Don't know what I'm gonna do, nah, nah, nah. Cause everybody wants you, nah, nah, nah. We're running out of time.
So it started when I was 8 years old. I was just kind of bored one Christmas. My sister was bored as well, and she came to me and said, hey, why don't we do like a little YouTube video, a little cover. And we did Justin Bieber Mistletoe. And that was my first video. I was like, all right, like why not? I have really nothing better to do. So it's funny. I kind of started because I was bored. But after a while, I just kind of like kept doing videos, because that first video, it took about a week, but it got 1,000 views, which back then was like really good for like a new channel. So I I was like, okay, like people are kind of liking my stuff. Like I might as well just keep doing it. I didn't really have any sort of attachment to singing whatsoever. I was just kind of doing it because I thought it was fun. So from there, we just kind of kept doing videos. We tried to do them every like couple weeks, and then eventually we started a vlog channel, and we like got branding and stuff like that, like all like the headers, and we made a website, and it just kind of evolved super naturally. I didn't really have any like label intervention or anything else really until I was like 13, 14 maybe, and I got like an agent and stuff like that. I still don't really have a manager. My sister, who's right over there, is my manager, but of course I'm signed with Universal in Ireland now. I think that my taste in music and my what I want to create is probably more of my dad and what he listened to, and subsequently what I listened to growing up. I've always been a lot more interested in music that was more lyrical, also like slower stuff, and just like the older formula for music, which I feel is kind of lost on a lot of the like super poppy covers that I used to do. Because like every cover I did was just what was popular at the time, because that was what got views on YouTube. So I was doing Justin Bieber, who of course is amazing, but you know, it's eventually not the music that I would want to be doing, I think.
You and I both know they wanna take you home. Don't know what I'm gonna do, nah, nah, nah. Cause everybody wants you, nah, nah, nah. We're running out of time, so if I'm on your mind, tell me what you...
Yeah, so Everybody Wants You, it's a song basically about the popular girls in your school or your town. And the idea behind it is like there's always those like 4 or 5 girls that just kind of like run the place, and I made the mistake of falling for one of them, and I got myself hurt. So that's kind of where the song comes from, and it's like a little bit of a roast, kind of. Try not to be too mean in songs. But so I feel that a lot of the stuff that I write just like by myself without any outside help from like my sister or other writers or producers is definitely a lot more melancholy, just like sad stuff. If I'm talking about my life, I'm talking about the times that I was upset, or like real sad about something. I feel like it's harder for me now to write upbeat songs like Everybody Wants You if I'm not doing it with other people, because I can't really get that excitement from within myself anymore. Definitely I was not releasing anything in like March, April, May. It just would have been just wrong time. I wouldn't have released a project back then. And also like I feel like the label needed, and like just like media in general needed a couple months to kind of figure out what was gonna happen. Like nobody knew, because the label was so unsure, like, oh, we can't do like our normal like press tours and things like that. Like we've never had to promote anything like this before. But I feel like we kind of have a better handle on it now. For sure, like we're doing Zoom interviews instead of real interviews, which is whatever. But I feel like people need music, especially in a time like this. At least for me, that's where I feel just safe and calm, and where I can think about stuff.
What if I say, I know, you know? What if I told you I like you? We stay, we go. What if I told you I like you? I know, you know. What if I told you I like you? We stay, we go. What if I told you I like you?
What if, like that was completely out of the blue. Like we just got an email from our label, and they were like, oh, by the way, like in the last 2 days, there's been 2 million videos made to What If. And I was like, what? Like What If? Like the song that we released 2 years ago? That was pretty weird. But also like people are like making videos about me, like like I don't know how to describe it. Remember this guy? This is him now, like type deal. Like people that like watch me on YouTube and then like haven't seen me in a while type deal. That definitely is really weird. Did not expect it, but I mean, I'm not opposed. After that email came through, I FaceTimed her and I was like, Kenzie, so you're not gonna believe what happened. And she was just as surprised as I was. But initially we met because of our producers back in the day. It must have been like almost 5 years ago now, 4 or 5 years. But basically my producer that I was working with heavily at the time knew hers, and they like introduced us at this like whack studio in the middle of nowhere. It was just the weirdest thing. She was in the middle of like recording her album, and I just kind of like walked in. I was like, hey. She like didn't know what to say. We talk about it sometimes. It was the most awkward thing that has ever happened. I kind of like left without like really knowing her at all, and then I saw her at the Kids' Choice Awards a couple of weeks later, and then we like really started talking, and we're good friends now. What's up? I'm Johnny Orlando, and you've just been buzzed.
Everybody Wants You is available on all streaming platforms, and his new EP, It's Never Really Over, drops October 23rd. After the break, we have Frankie in our studio to talk about new music and give us a live performance. So stay tuned.
They say that I'm a lunatic, 'cause it's a risky life I lead. But when I die, I'll know I tried, and that's enough for me.
Hi guys, I'm Frankie. I'm a singer-songwriter and I'm hanging out with Buzz today.
I'm just sitting here missing you, my friend. Might book a flight in the night just to see you again. Stay all out of Spain for a long weekend.
So I've been a singer since I literally could talk. There are so many homemade videos of me walking around singing to myself, and I started piano when I was 6. But then by the time I was 10, Queen Avril Lavigne came onto the scene and she was playing guitar, and I was like, I want to be her. So I picked up the guitar and had been writing songs ever since. And then I moved down to LA and started releasing music about 5 years ago. And I got signed to RCA. I toured with amazing artists like Troye Sivan, Daya, Charlie Puth. And now I'm independent and I'm working on my new EP, and I've released 2 songs from that EP called Home Alone and Almost Famous, which just came out last week. So yeah, during lockdown and during quarantine is really when I just started writing so much and recording so much, and like just had so much flowing out of me. And I think there was something kind of about a little bit like channeling my 10-year-old self again, when I would just come home and I would be at home and all I had was my guitar, and all I had to do that day was write a song. And so there was something about that that kind of took me back to my roots, and a lot of this EP was created in quarantine, and I feel like I would never have these songs without specifically being locked down in my room.
So tell me, what's it gonna take? Tell me, 'cause I'm about to break. I'm sick of being almost famous, almost loved.
My new song, Almost Famous, which came out a week ago, it's about, for me, the struggle of being a musician and just kind of, always kind of being at the brink of breaking through the industry or breaking down, the high highs and the low lows. But I kind of sang it and wrote it in kind of a tongue-in-cheek, satire, musical-y way, which adds the element, a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of, sassiness. But the core of it is always so true to what I go through.
All right, you guys, we have one song left.
I'm definitely going to do online concerts, definitely, more lives with the fans. I feel like for me personally, I have another song coming out on November 6th that's really, really personal to me, and it's called The Hard Way, and it's kind of about all the lessons that I learned the hard way, and I'm releasing that with a video, so that'll be out then. And then the EP will come out, which is 5 songs that were kind of created in this time. But honestly, I've been writing so much that I feel like another thing will come out right after that. I feel like I'm kind of in this weird channel of just writing to write. So you'll be hearing a lot from me soon. New fans can follow me. I'm everywhere at Frankie Music. Please come be my friend and we can hang out and it'll be great. Hi, my name is Frankie and you've just been buzzed.
Don't go anywhere, because after this quick break, Frankie will be performing her new single, Almost Famous.
It started at a party. I trust some baby's bright lights dancing on my body. I started thinking maybe I am one in a million, one in a billion. I could be unique, yeah, I thought it at the party. I could throw one of these. So tell me, what's it gonna take? Tell me, 'cause I'm about to break. I'm sick of being almost famous, almost loved, always almost blowing up. Oh, I'm sick of being almost famous, almost loved, always almost good enough. No, I'm never good enough. No, I'm never good enough. Another night, another party. I'm standing in the corner watching everybody. Mount Everest of social climbers, making the way up, taking the name up. They're not gonna stop, yeah, I thought it at the party. I might not get on top, so tell me, what's it gonna take? Tell me, 'cause I'm about to break. I'm sick of being almost famous, almost loved, always almost blowing up. Oh, I'm sick of being almost famous, almost loved, always almost good enough. No, I'm never good enough. No, I'm never good enough. Late in the night, I think to myself, is it worth it? Can I own this and work it without hurting? Late in the night, I think to myself, can I handle this? Am I made for this? 'Cause I'm sick. Almost famous, almost loved, always almost blowing up. Oh, I'm sick of being almost famous, almost loved. No, it's almost good enough, but I'll show you good enough. No, I'll show you good enough. No, I'll show you good enough. I'll show you good enough, 'cause I know I'm good enough.
We still have more show to go. Danny is up next with director Tim Hill to talk about the #1 movie in the country, The War with Grandpa. Guys, The Voice returns Monday, October 19th. I'm so excited, and as you can see, they just sent us the cutest little gift, including this Google Nest audio, and I just discovered that during the live rounds, you can say, hey Google, vote for The Voice and vote for your favorite contestant. That is so cool. So thank you to NBC and The Voice. Can't wait to see you at the premiere next week. A few weeks ago, we had the cast of The War with Grandpa in to talk about their experience filming the movie. And now Danny talks to Tim Hill about what it took to bring this movie together with a mix of legendary and up-and-coming young actors. Let's take a look.
Hey Tim, how are you?
Hello, how's it going?
Good, thank you. How are you? As I said, good.
Yeah, you're known for your work with SpongeBob SquarePants, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Hop, and more. So, what was it that attracted you to directing The War with Grandpa?
I really like the premise of older, like, what do we do with Dad kind of story. Like, oh no, so we have to bring him in the house, and then we have to move him into the Peter's room, and Peter has to go upstairs, and that triggers a war, which is a kind of war of attrition, I guess. It's a pitched battle, a territorial battle, and I started to see it as kind of a pretty decent metaphor for how fights begin and how they get escalated, and that a lot of it could be prevented on the one hand, and on the other hand I saw a lot of opportunity for humor, like just gags, and if we got the right actor, that would really play out funny, like it would just be really satisfying to see grandpa becoming a kid again, through this kind of medium of prank playing, like he thinks up gags to play on his grandson. That just cracked me up. Obviously, that there was a book, that I read the book, and that was where it was all outlined, but it didn't have sort of that comic nature to it. It was fairly, it was a little bit funny, but it was pretty serious in tone, a lot of it, but and a lot kind of big lesson in it and stuff like that. So we kind of elevated that humor, physical comedy aspect.
Thank you so much for talking to The Buzz today, and thank you so much for sharing this bit of magic, The War with Grandpa, with audiences around the world during this crazy time.
Thank you. I appreciate your interest.
We gotta end this somehow.
Santa's dead!
Did you see that?
That's all we have. Special thanks to Johnny Orlando, Emily Tosta, Frankie, and director Tim Hill. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and double tap us on Instagram, all at buzz_access. Please, everyone, wash your hands, wear your mask, and don't touch your face. We can beat the COVID beast. I'm Ray, catch y'all later. And Trey, get well soon.
Now everybody's watching you, and I can tell you're loving the attention. You and I both know they wanna take you home. Don't know what I'm gonna do, nah.
For more stories and extended clips, go to thebuzzallaccess.com. I'm Trey Rich, and you've just been buzzed.